Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Learning Hunt.
Today we will learn about the background property. So before starting the video, if you want to learn HTML and CSS from basics, then my HTML and CSS playlist tutorial link is in the description below. You can start from there, or by channel playlist video you can also get there. Okay, so as you can see that this is my Visual Studio Code here, and this is my the HTML page, and I apply here an external CSS. I create a new file and attach this file with this link tag. Okay, so let's start the today's topic, that is background property. So before applying the background property, let's create some element here. I create an element that is heading to this is my heading. Okay, now I save this file and refresh my page. Here you can see that this my heading is appear in my HTML page. So let's apply in this the background property. So with the background property we can add an image in the background of my HTML page. So for adding the image in the background of HTML page, just like I want to add an image, so just simply write here the background and give the URL and the curly braces here. Okay, and in the curly braces give the inverted comma and give your image location. If you when you give an image inside the HTML page, then in just like that you can get the image location. And if you have no idea how to give the how to add the image in the HTML, then you can see my video, and the video link is in the description below. You can get that video. Okay, so I just give here my image name, that is power.jpg here, my image name and the type. So I save this file and refresh my page. Now you can see that my image is in the background of my this heading. So the image size of my image is stretched to fill the background space. Okay, so in that way you can add a background image, and let's tell the how to deal with the background size. Okay, so for seeing the background size, I create here a div element to see clearly how to deal with the background. I just delete this element. I just write this to show you how to add an image in the background of your element. Okay, so I just write here a div element and give the curly braces, and now I apply the background. Okay, now I give the URL, and same I give here the power.jpg. okay, now I save this file and refresh my page. So why it's not working? Background power.jpg. I give the name. Here is my image, that is the power.jpg. Oh sorry, I do not give here the height and width of the div element, that's why it's not showing. So I give the width, that is 100 view width, and height will be the 100 view width, view height, sorry. Now I save this file and refresh my page. Now you can see that my image is showing in my HTML page. Okay, so this image is also stretched to fill the background space. So the background size is stretched or shrink your image to fill the background space. Okay, so in that way you can add a background image. So when your image size will be the greater than the background space, then it will be the original size or little bit stretched. Or if your image size is less than your background space, then your image is perform the repetition to fill the background space. Just like here is the power1.jpg image size is small. Here as you can see that this is the size of my first image, and it performs a repetition to fill the background space here. Okay, so you can also deal with the background size, just like here when I write here the background, sorry, when I write here the background size is equal to cover, then this property is stretch your image. This image is stretch your image and fill the background space. When I refresh my page, then you can see that this image will be stretched to fill this background space, okay, to cover this space. And there is the one more background size property, that is the content property. This property is work on your the size. It do the background size, sorry, image size is shrink, either shrink or either stretched to fill the background space by the repetition, okay. Just like if when I write here, then when I refresh my page, then you can see that this image will increase my image size, okay. That is the background content property. You can also deal with the repetition, just like here is the two image and one image is outside of this background space, okay. Just like I write here the background repetition, background repeat. Here is background repeat is no repeat. When I write the no repeat, then my background is no repeat. Here is, you can see that this my the only one image, this is the stretched image, okay. So you can also deal with the background size by the percent, just like here is, I delete this property and now see my image. Here as you can see that this is my the original image size, and when I use the background size here, and I use the background size contain, then it increase my image to fill up the space. I sometimes it also shrink your image to fill the space, okay. So you can also deal with the percent. So here I just want to give here the 30%, then your image size will be the 30% of their original size, okay. So here is my the 30% image size here, and now I show you the original size of my here. Now when I refresh my page, then you can see that this is the original size of my image, and when I write here the background size is equal to 30%, then it little bit shrink the 30% of their entire size here, as you can see that. And you can also give the width and height, okay, of the background size. So the after writing the background size, the first value is for the background width. Just like I give here the first value, that is the 25 pixel. When you write the 25 pixel, then it is the background width, and the height will taken by auto. So the 25 pixel is very small, so I just give here the 200 pixel, okay. When I refresh my page, then you can see this is my the width is 200 pixel and the height will be taken is automatically, okay. You can also give the height also. The first value is for the width and the second value is also for the height. So here I can also give here the 200 pixel for the height. Then when you refresh your page, then you can see that this is the height of and width, okay. So in that way you can deal with the background size. So the one more property is here, that is the background position. You can deal with the background position. So I give the background width is 100 and background height is also the 100. Then here as you can see that this is the 100 pixel height and width of my background. Now I use here the background position property, background position property here. When you write the center, then the position of your image will be the center. Here as you can see that this is the center of your image in the web page. Okay, HTML web page. When you write here the left, when you write here left, then your image will be left. When you write here the right, then the image will be right. Top, bottom, where you want, you can give the position. You can also give the position in the form of percentage, just like when I write here the 20% and the 50%. Okay, when I refresh my page, then you can see that the 20% is from the left and the 50% is from the height. Okay, top, it, get. You can also give in that way. Okay, so this is the background position property, and there is the one more property, that is the background attachment. Okay, so for that before applying the background attachment property, I just give here the size of my image, that is the cover. Okay, no repeat, and the position I want the center. I write here the position will be the center, and okay, so now I save this file and refresh my page. Now here you can see that this is my image here, and now I apply the background attachment property. Okay, so background attachment, when I apply the background attachment is fixed, then your image will be the fixed and it's not changing your position. Okay, so for seeing this, let's create here inside the, not inside, below the div element, I just create an image here and give the source of my second image, just like I want to give this image. Then simply right click this image, what you want to give, copy this location and paste it in the source here, and give the backspace and write the name and the type of your image. Okay, so here .jpg. Now I save this file and refresh, and now I am ready to refresh my page. Here when I refresh my page, then you can see that your first image is fixed, it not moving anywhere, but your second image is movable here. Now you can see that. Now let's create here and text inside the div element. Here I create an div element inside an heading. This is my heading here. Okay, now I apply some CSS inside the heading, that is heading 2. This is the heading 2, yeah, heading 2. Now I keep the size of my heading, that is the size will be the 300 pixel. Okay, now 300 pixel, and I just give the color of my element is red, and font size, I increase the font size of my text, that is the 50 pixel here. Now text elegant, I want text elegant is the center I want here. Now the position, PSIT and position, I want the absolute position, I want the absolute from the top, it will be the 40%, and from the left it will be the 40% here. Okay, now I give the div position is relative, RELATIV relative. Then my inside the heading position property absolute is work with the relative property. Okay, now when I refresh my page, then you can see that my heading is in the between of center of my first image. Now when I scroll down, then you can see that your text and second image will be movable, but your first image is fixed. So in that way you can deal with your image. So I hope you can learn that how to add an image in the background property and how to deal with the size, repetition, position and attachment. Okay, so this is for today. If you learned something today, then give a thumb, press the bell icon and subscribe my channel to get more.